Alright guys, welcome back. Hey, so we did do twin engines lately, right? So the other day we were looking at the Piper Twin PA30, and today there has been a huge update over the weekend um, with this BlackSquare analog, which is basically an upgraded version of the original one that came with the game for this Baron 58 and the P variant, which I believe it's different engine types, which is this one is able to climb higher and it has the supercharge in it. So this one is a really nice one. We're gonna go ahead and well, we have a lot of different liveries, but that's not the point of this. This thing is a whole different aircraft now. I actually just recently took it out. I've been flying it a lot offline, and it is unbelievable. Now that they have it the way they have it, I mean, it almost reminds me of probably what they're going to be doing in 2024 with the simulator, because this thing is just on a next level now. The way it handles, and they put a couple of features in there from the 850, the TBM 850, and they also put a couple of features in there, I believe, from the Duke as well. Now, they didn't include an iPad with this, but for the price of this, when it first came out, it was about, I think it was about 35 bucks, I want to say. You see how it has that and that right there moving, isolating the artificial horizon there. That it didn't have that before, okay? So that's new. There's no iPad in this one. There's no doors that open. It does have everything else pretty advanced. When this first came out, this was like just as advanced as any airliner would be as far as system failures and everything else. That's what they claimed it to be when it came out. And I have got to say, this one is overall really good. I do have trouble fluctuating the temperature with the vent here when I turn on the heat and the blower here. It starts to heat up the cabin extremely quickly. So that's something to keep in mind. It has a little gas furnace in the front of this aircraft, which can be dangerous. So they did have a carbon dioxide detector here, which does work and fully functional. Everything does work as far as the failures and everything. So there's a lot of cool things. And in order to see that stuff, you have to go into this here. And if anything's wrong with the airplane, you can reset it, and you can also see the percentage of how good your aircraft is. So if you need to fix it, and this says 1x times, so if you want failures to happen, you can set it for that as well, which is pretty cool. If you don't want failures, you can do random, scheduled, whatever you want, or no failures, right? So a lot of cool different little features it has in this aircraft as far as that goes. If you want to repair your engine, we are 100% in everything right now. This is kind of like where you can monitor your aircraft since there's no iPad, right? It's pretty cool. And if you jump onto the outside, this is where it gets good. I mean, it is just stunning, the visual of this aircraft now. It was never looking this good. It's more thicker and fuller. I mean, it looks proper now. It looks like it fits the right size of what the real aircraft would probably look like. And the brakes, the wheels, just the overall look on the outside of this thing, it's gorgeous. I freaking love it. And it flies just as good as it looks, guys. So if you're looking for a twin engine that's pretty study level but a little bit lower priced, this is a really nice start to that. Now, there are better ones, such as the Duke. The Duke, one of my favorite ones as well. And anything that BlackSquare or Just Flight makes, especially BlackSquare, man, they are phenomenal with these planes. Now, take a listen to this, okay? You're gonna hear the turbo start to spin up, or I think it's the supercharger. So I'm gonna go on the outside of the plane and put the throttle up for a minute. Listen. And if you're inside, you can hear that too, right? You hear the supercharger, you can almost hear it, right? Alright, so let's release the brake here. You do have a timer if you want. I mean, this is a great one. I love flying this one. It's not, you know, I mean, and the view is better, right? So like on the Duke, you don't get this beautiful view out the window like the Baron. So it does have the wing. Oh, this one doesn't have the wingtip, but we do have. Oh, you know what? This is not the. This is not the This is the regular one. I'm sorry, guys. The one with the wingtip is the other one. This is just the regular aspirated one. So we'll take a listen to this. You can still hear the engine sounds of this thing. I guess it's hard to hear with the window open, right? Okay, so this is not the one I was thinking about. I thought you could hear the supercharger on it. We'll go and get that one out in a minute here. So, a lot better of a feel with this aircraft. And if you, let's say you decide to cut an engine, I mean, you can immediately feel, you know, feel it come out. So, definitely wouldn't recommend that. Let's go back around and we'll get the other one out here. I just wanted to show you both of these models here. This is not the P. This is the regular aspirated one. The P, I believe, is the supercharger, and you'll be able to hear that. So let's land this bad boy back at the airport if we can. Don't mind me with the fighter jet style landing. Probably should never do this with an aircraft like this, but I'm surprised it's allowing me to do what I'm doing with it right now, to be honest. I would never ever do this in a real twin engine because we probably wouldn't make it. That would be terrifying. Alright, so we're gonna just turn on and land this thing. Like, all of what I'm doing right now is just insane. Don't do that. Whoops. This is for emergency purposes only, right? So, I mean, as you can see, it's relatively a beautiful aircraft. I'm braking right now. Really nice plane. So here's the animation of that coming up. And you can see, too, like, the bounce of the aircraft. That's new too, right? Just the size. All right, so that's that one. Let's show you the other one real quick here, and then we'll wrap it up. But I would say if you're looking for a good, decent twin engine and you're not into the Duke and you want a better view, this pretty much gives you everything the Duke does, right? Except for you know, there's no iPad, so you have to start it properly. So all those things, you know, add up, right? So this is the one we just picked. Now we'll pick the P model, which is the supercharged one, and this one, it sounds amazing, and it has the little winglets on the side, so that's how you know as well. And now when you do start this one, the recommended thing here is to open the fuel all the way, throttles all the way, and then you turn the fuel on for 3 seconds, open the throttle, close the throttle, turn the fuel back off before starting the engine. Okay, a lot of people get that wrong with this one, and just thought I'd say that. So like down here you have I mean, some people probably already know this, but just in case you don't, you have the fuel pump right here, and with this one it's kind of like the BlackSquare Duke, right? It's similar to that, except for you don't have a fancy iPad to tell you that the fuel's going in. So you'll see down here a fuel flow of 3 coming in. I think it's on here, right? It will pop up, and you just turn it on, and then you crank one of these a little bit up, and then back, and then turn it back off for 3 seconds. And the same thing with this one when you want to start it. So you do one and then the other. Anyway, here's the sound of this aircraft. Listen to this, okay? You hear that whistle? I love that sound. That's supercharged. Oh my God, they hit that noise on the money right there. Ooh. I flew this the other day, and I was at 21,000 feet. It wasn't going that fast, but man, that supercharger, you know, I couldn't get the cabin pressure to probably shouldn't be flying that high with this. I don't know what the ceiling level is, but I did take it up to 21,000 yesterday. Let's go ahead and take it for a spin inside. Here's how that sounds. Man, that whistling is awesome, right? So this one's a little bit different than the other one, but good God, the airspeed's alive. That's 80 knots right now. We're gonna start rotating here. There we go. Now you gotta hold back a little bit on the yoke, let it come up. I'm just touching the pedals too. It's a beautiful plane to fly, man. Really, really is. And look, I put it to 25% on the propellers. Gear coming up one more time. Beautiful view of the gear coming up. The lighting is nice in here too. If you want a nice, relaxing flight at night and you want to just chill out, here's some of the lighting, okay? Check this out. Ready? You got this, and you got the panel light. You don't have to put on that one. You could just have the panel light and make it nice and smooth operator. You know what I mean? Really up to you how you like your mood, how you like to fly. You got the outside lights for the landing there. It does have a icing light on the wing here, which, where is that at? Boom. There you go. So you can see if there's any ice in bad weather. Get that flap up. I love looking out the wing of this when you're flying through the clouds and everything. Beautiful. This is really underrated in my opinion, twin engine. I think if more people knew about this plane, it would probably be really nice to have in your collection, right? I'm really looking forward to 2024 coming out as well. The only one thing I could say about this is it would be nice if it had an option to tone down the sound of it, even though it sounds so beautiful with that engine. Because that engine, flying it and making all that noise, you know, if there was just one little click spot where your earphones could go in and we can mute that, that would be nice if they just added that tiny little feature, you know. This also has a carbon dioxide detector that's working. It's same here, it has all the switches that are working. It has all the failure here, so you got all kinds of cool things. I fly this one more than I fly the naturally aspirated one. I like the Supercharge. The Supercharge and the winglets. The winglets is what makes this plane so beautiful. It reminds me of the 414AW that we got in the simulator. Very similar to that. That's another nice twin engine aircraft. But if you guys are into twin engines, I would highly recommend checking this one out. It's definitely worth the money, worth the look. But, you know, the Duke would probably be a top one. But if you want a better view out the window and a good trainer aircraft, the Baron 52 here is a fantastic one to get your hands on. So just something to keep in mind. I know a lot of people are making videos of 2024 coming out. It's really exciting. But I would say this is probably a little sneak peek in what we're going to be looking at as far as aircrafts, because the size of this and the way this is, it's like they kind of gave us a little hint or a little sneak peek with this one now that they updated. When it first came out, it wasn't as good as this. It has really, really changed a lot, this one. The way it looks, the way it feels. And I have a feeling that they did that to kind of give us a little bit of a glimpse of an aircraft inside 2024, because there's just something slightly different about this one than what I noticed in most of the other planes, you know, including the one we just flew the other day, the Piper Twin PA-30. Man, that thing really it can't even compare or come close. If they had help from BlackSquare with that one, oof, That would be a really fantastic twin, you know? Really fantastic twin. Now with this one, also you have to keep in mind with your power setting, it takes a little bit for that turbo to spool up and kick in. So when you're on final approach, don't take too much power out until you're ready to. Otherwise, you're gonna go ahead and wind up losing some, you know? I'm floating a little here. There we go. Nicely done. All right, well, anyway, that's my thoughts on this twin engine. It's really stable, really good on the rudder. It feels good steering it, and all the rest of it, man. I'm heavy on the brakes right now to get this thing to stop. I really came in hot there. But if you go on the outside, the other good thing is the wheel, and it does move with the plane, which is nice. I like to see that, you know? So, that's another thing that didn't happen in that other twin engine, so just something to keep in mind. I would say this is a really good plane to have in your collection if you're interested in twin engines. You know? One of my favorites. I always love the way this plane is, the way it sounds. We need more good twin engine aircrafts in the simulator, in my opinion. I'm still waiting for the BlackSquare to come out with that one they released a video a month ago. I can't remember what it is, but it's a twin engine in the back of it. It has like two twin engines in the back. I forget what it's called, but it looks like the Italian aircraft with the turboprops in the back, but it's not that one. It's a different one. I forget the name of it. I have to look it up. But anyway, guys, I really do appreciate you guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And yeah, let's turn off the landing lights for a second here. Look how beautiful this thing is, huh? I mean, can we just appreciate that for a minute? Look at this thing. Definitely way different, dude. This is a game changer, man. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Consider subscribing to the channel. Leave a comment. What's your favorite twin in the comments below? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.